Today we're looking at a story called Ant and Grasshopper, and we are turning the story into a play. So in order to do that, I'm going to look at three things while I'm reading. There are two main characters. The first one is Ant, and the second one is Grasshopper. And of course, we do have a narrator who is giving stage directions as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start off just reading Ant and Grasshopper. And we're beginning with the stage directions here, and it describes the setting where we are. All summer the ant had been working hard, gathering a store of corn for the winter. Grain by grain, she had taken it from the fields and stowed it away in a hole in the bank under a hawthorn bush. We have some really good setting information here. I'm going to go ahead and underline that the ant is working hard. It's summertime here. We have some important details that she's gathering the store of corn. She's preparing for a winter when people or animals often go hungry if they don't store food. So I'm going to go ahead and mark stage directions, or SD, for that. We know SD stands for stage directions. I'm continuing on. It says, one bright frosty day in winter, Grasshopper saw her. So here we are about 6 months later, and it says it's winter time now. So I'm going to go ahead and add some stage directions in my play. And it is a frosty day. I love the detail here. Bright frosty day in winter. And Grasshopper sees her all of a sudden. We have some more stage directions here. Okay, I'm going to choose a different color here. We have some dialogue coming in. So she was dragging out a grain of corn to dry it in the sun. The wind was keen and poor Grasshopper was cold. Good morning, Ant, said he. So, of course, I do have dialogue here. I'm just going to put dia. And good morning, Ant, said he. We know the grasshopper is talking here. So this is the grasshopper in this paragraph here. What a terrible winter it is. I'm half dead from hunger. Please give me one of your corn grains to eat. I can find nothing, although I've hopped all over the farmyard. There isn't a seed to be found. Spare me a grain, I beg. Here we're going to see the response to that in the next paragraph here. And why haven't you saved anything up, said Ant. I worked very hard all through the summer, storing food for the winter. Very glad I am, too, for as you say, it's bitterly cold. So here, in the next paragraph, I have, of course, the ant replying here, and he's a little frustrated with the grasshopper's behavior. We are back to, I wasn't idle last summer either, said the grasshopper. And, of course, he says, what did you do, right? Pray? And I sense some sarcasm here. I'm getting like he's frustrated with him. So I think I need to add some stage directions, maybe some sarcasm here. We have setting information up at the top here with the stage directions, and then I have sarcasm here. Some nice tone here. Sorry. Why, I spent the time singing, answered Grasshopper. Here we have red again to signify Grasshopper is talking. Every day from dawn till sunset, I jumped about or sat in the sun, chirping to my heart's content. I picture, while he's saying this, I picture him like kind of doing that, like jumping and chirping and whatever like grasshoppers do. So I'm wanting to add some stage directions in my play as I'm writing. So jumping and chirping, stage directions, maybe like excited, right? So you can kind of picture what that looks like. If it's being performed, you can kind of see what's going on. Oh, you did you? Again, I have some angry tone here from, of course, the ant is talking. Okay, so I'm going to add some stage directions here. Oh, you did you? He's saying this kind of angrily. Okay, and finally, well, since you've sung all summer to keep yourself cheerful, you may dance all winter to keep yourself warm. Not a grain I will give you. And she scuttled off into her hole in the bank while the grasshopper was left cold and hungry. So, of course, at the end of the story, I do have some stage directions of what's happening, the action in the story. Okay, so this is a pretty short story, but I've turned it into, kind of annotated it and gotten it ready for writing a play. So what you're going to be doing is choosing a short story or continuing the story Damon and Pythias, which we read in class, and you'll be creating your own play, either based on the ending to that story, kind of continuing it on, or if you would like to choose a short story that you know, you can continue that and write it in a play format, in the format of a drama.